My name is John Kolos. I'm with the Tidewater Coin Club. I'm the board chairman who runs the shows for twice a year at the convention center. Well, when I was a child, my mom had some old silver dollars that she showed them to me one day, and they were the size of my palm. So I was fascinated by the large size of the Morgan dollar, and ever since I dreamed about having my own collection. And I was about 6 or 7 years old at the time, and when I turned 25 or so, I started to put my own set together, and I've been collecting maybe 40 years now.
Hi, John.
I can't count them. I've got books all over the home. The valuable stuff is in the safe, and others is in the safe deposit box at the bank, the ones that are real valuable. So I couldn't give you a number. I've got probably over 1,000 coins. They're beautiful looking coins. The design changes from after 25 years or so. Each coin has a different design. They're rich in history. When you go back and look at 1800s, you think about the Wild West and the train robbers and the saloons and the gambling in Vegas. Well, at the time it was Nevada, it was Carson City, it wasn't Vegas, but anyway, yeah, it's just rich in history. And I just go back to the U.S. There's other collectors that do foreign and ancient, and I've dabbled in ancient Greek and Roman coins, and they're fascinating because they're 2,000 years old, you know. It's an addiction, actually. For me it is. I mean, I tell you, I like to learn about the coin. You study about what went on during that time of year. But you know, once you put one coin in a folder or an album, then you've got to get the coin that goes next to it. So you got to fill out the album. So it becomes kind of like a passion where you're constantly trying to fill up a book. So I started with the current 1940 Lincoln cents. Then you work your way back into the 1909. Then you go back to the Indian heads, which were prior to that. So you're always working your way backwards to try to continue to fill up the sets. So it's just a passion. No.
What I do is coins. The official name is numismatics, and a person who collects coins is a numismatist. I've been doing this since I was about 8 years old. I think I do it. It involves real interest in history. It involves treasure hunting, but particularly history. There's a great deal of history associated with coins. Coins go back to the 6th century BC. The U.S., of course, has been making coins for over 2 centuries. Again, I'm interested in coins and paper money. I think like a lot of people, I probably started with the standard Whitman folders of trying to fill up as many sets as I could. I think you probably tend to, I don't know if graduate is the right word, but often you can get interested in a particular series of coins. I'm very interested in some of the 19th and even 18th century paper money. A great deal of history associated with paper money, with the state of Virginia, with the U.S. So that's kind of a summary of what I do and why I like it.
At 24, I've been collecting coins since I was maybe 14. My parents used to, as a kid, every year they'd give me silver coins inside of a leather pouch, and it was always in my stocking. And I just got a fascination with history, and I was able to, some guys like mint state coins, and I like worn coins. I like the history to it. A coin that's like, seen the Oregon Trail, and it's been touched by a founding father or colonial paper. The history is what's interesting.
My name is Joe Riggs, and I'm an ancient coin dealer. I started collecting coins when I was a little boy, and I was in the U.S. collecting for many, many years. And about 10 years ago, I bought a Pruta, a Pontius Pilate, and that got me stirred up to collect ancient Roman coins. In about 2 years or so, some of my friends that are here started encouraging me to sell some of the coins. So I started helping them on their table, selling the U.S. coins, and sold some of my ancient coins. And one thing led to another, and now I got my own table. I like the history. Of course, I'm in the ancient coins right now, so I love the history. Thinking about who could have touched those coins, what street could the coins have gone down. You know, some of these coins are from the time of Jesus. Some of them are from even before that time. So, you know, it's pretty interesting historically. To the Baltimore show recently, there's a lot of ancient dealers up there, and I spent just about everything I brought up there, which was thousands of dollars. But I had a good time.
So these are things that we give away to the kids when they come in the door.
Probably just like everybody else, 12 years old, I used to deliver papers. Once every 2 weeks we would go around our route, collect money for the Virginia Pilot Ledger Star. All the change would go into a bucket in the bedroom. The bucket turned into 2 buckets. 2 buckets turned into 3 buckets. Eventually turned a teenager. Came to a show here at Tidewater Coin Club at one of our old venues. Talked to a couple people, started to get organized, which is the hardest thing about coin collecting, getting organized. Seen what I didn't have, seen what I did have, read a couple books, and it turns into a sickness or a disease after that.